Hi sweet friends, welcome back. Today we're continuing my Christmas decorating series, and today we'll be decorating here in our dining room. If you happen to miss any of my previous videos, we've been decorating the halls and moving through our home. We've decorated our coffee bar as well as kitchen, our living room, and entryway. So if you've missed any of those, I'll have them linked down below for you so you can go and catch up. If you are new, hi, my name is Amy and welcome. I hope that you enjoy it here enough to maybe consider subscribing. I would love to have you back. All right, friends, well, if you are looking forward to seeing how it all turns out, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up and we'll get straight into today's video. I hope you enjoy. Here is your first look at our dining room today before we get started decorating. Today I'll be sharing a simple tablescape arrangement, and of course you know me, I have to add a Christmas tree in the corner, and I think that will go beside our hutch. We have a sideboard or buffet cabinet that I kept from our old dining room set that I chalk painted to coordinate with our new dining room furniture. So we'll be styling that area with some fun Christmas decor. Of course, I do have our farmhouse hutch to decorate that I scored off of Facebook Marketplace. So we have lots of Christmas decorating to be done in our dining room today, so I hope that it's a fun one. Over the sideboard, I'm switching up the artwork for this beautiful wintry barn canvas print that was from Hobby Lobby. I love the soft wintry feel and that I can continue to use this well after Christmas. To soften the hard lines of the buffet table, I'm adding this traditional red and green striped runner to the top, and I believe this was from the Hearth and Hand line a couple of years back. To add some height just beneath the buffet lamps, I'm coming in with an assortment of trees, and I think this brings the trees from the painting forward and down into the room. So first I'm adding a simple pine tree, but to dress it up just a little bit, I'm adding it to a copper canister. Then to the opposite side, I'm adding these two gorgeous trees. They have lots of texture, reflective properties, and they have that mixed metal look that I'm really loving this Christmas. To the center of the sideboard, I still want to decorate it, but I want to have the option to be able to remove the decor easily, just in case we want to use the surface for serving desserts or food. So in order to keep it functional, I'm bringing in this large dough bowl because it is easy to remove. To it, I'm adding these beautiful battery-operated flameless flickering candles. Then, to surround the candles, I'm bringing in an assortment of pines. I'll add a few of these picks with rustic bells and some frosted pine cones. And then, once that is all complete, I'm adding in a pop of color with a couple different types of ornament bulbs. The first are ones that I found from at home. They're very small, but they have that pop of red that I'm going for. And then I'll also bring in a few of the smaller bulbs that came in this pack from Amazon that are brown. So I will do my best to link everything that I can down in the description box, just in case you're interested. On the small wall between the two windows, there is a cable box and outlet that I like to cover up. You may not remember, but this used to be our formal sitting room. And between the windows here was the perfect spot for a TV. Then we decided to make our dining room bigger by flip-flopping the two spaces. Then eventually our formal sitting room became my home office. So long story short, that cable box has always been an eyesore and I like to cover it up with some type of artwork. So I'm bringing in this one that was from Hobby Lobby this year. Beneath it we have this cute little storage bench, and to it I like to always soften up the area by bringing in a couple of throw pillows. And you may notice these are ones that I actually decorated with in our living room, so both of the spaces coordinate and flow nicely together. Now we can swing on over to the opposite side of the room and begin styling our farmhouse hutch. Now the first thing that I'm going to bring in is a garland, and I think I'll have it just straight across the top and then have an asymmetrical side, kind of like what I did in our living room. This garland is from Amazon, but it is currently unavailable. I'll go ahead and link it just in case it comes back in because I do highly recommend it. I think it has a great feel. It is kind of flocked because there's a little bit of a fallout, but it just drapes and looks so realistic and beautiful. Then after a minimal amount of fluffing, I'm going to go back in and add just to the top some berry picks to bring in a beautiful pop of red. And as far as securing the garland to the top, I didn't use anything. It just drapes really nicely and stays put and secure on top.
In the quiet evening, snow is falling, and from every window shines a light. Somewhere in the distance, drums are calling, but no one heeds their call tonight. Christmas, oh Christmas, how we long for you.
Now, because the cabinet is narrow, I can only add a few things. So first, I'm adding this beautiful Old Holy Night sign to draw your eye upward. Then for some added texture and also to bring in a sense of warmth, I'm adding this French style basket that was from the Studio McGee line in the springtime. Lastly, I'm bringing in these Pottery Barn dupe deer that were a great find from Big Lots.
I hear sleigh bells ringing in the air. There are Christmas decorations.
To further tie in to the deer and bring out a little bit more gold as an accent, I'm coming in with this bell garland that I have used throughout our Christmas decor this year. It's a great find at a great price from Hobby Lobby. As we begin to style the shelves in the hutch, I like to add the largest pieces that I can that will fit on the narrow shelf. This will help to keep it less cluttered looking. Another tip that I like to use is to crisscross repeating objects like the wreaths from top to bottom and left to right. I also like to repeat textures and colors and objects to keep the shelves balanced. I love to use old and new like I did with the teapots, and I also like to create individual groupings along the shelves, allowing for separation between the decor so that the eye can rest. I like to create these groupings in objects of 3 or even ones in odd numbers because this is more pleasing to the eye. I like to make sure that the objects have different heights, shapes, textures, all to keep it very nice and interesting along the entire shelving unit. Let's just continue to work on the shelves and see how they turn out.
Christmas, oh Christmas, how we long for you. Christmas, oh Christmas, the child is born anew. Christmas, oh Christmas, how
I was super excited when I found this beautiful green platter from TJ Maxx. Now, as you can see, it's just a little too big to sit in the groove for the plate holder on the hutch. So in order to keep it from sliding forward, I'm adding a cutting board to ground a grouping of 3. But I just knew I wanted to add that green platter somewhere on the hutch. It is just absolutely perfect. It's embellished with some etching of a tree and reindeer along the edges, which is just absolutely perfect and goes with all that I am doing here in our home for this year, that natural, nature-inspired decor. So I'd love to hear, what are the colors or the theme that you are decorating with this year? For me, I wanted to create a sort of rustic elegance with nature-inspired touches, so I'm bringing the outside in with lots of deer and greenery. But I also wanted to incorporate mixed metals like brown, gold, and copper. And then, on the other hand, I wanted a traditional feel with pops of red for that classic Christmas feel. So combining all that together, I think it has worked so far, and our home is now feeling very calm, cozy, and relaxing. On the wall of our staircase, we have these accordion style hooks that came from Decor Steals, and above it I'm placing this Christ is Born sign to represent the true meaning of Christmas and why we celebrate. Then I'm just going to add some antique kitchen finds as well as Christmas accents to just dress up this otherwise plain area, and then we can move on to the Christmas tablescape. Now, if you happen to miss how I hung our garland on the staircase, I actually shared how I did that in our entryway, so I can have that linked up here in a card just in case you want to catch up. To start off the tablescape, I'm bringing in this table runner. It is a wrinkled gauze fabric, and I think it's just going to bring in that romantic, elegant, delicate flow. Now it is 160 inches, so it's very long, and so each end the fabric just barely kisses the floor. To keep the centerpiece super simple, I'll add some gold cast iron candle holders from Kirkland's, creating a zigzag pattern along the garland. I'll also use the tallest towards the center with the smaller ones on the edges. Next, I'll come in with these berry picks. Now they come as a set of 6 from Amazon. I love that they're very natural looking. The stem kind of looks like a branch. And again, I'm bringing in that pop of red and a nature-inspired element. Anytime that I'm adding florals or stems, I like to intertwine the two so that you really can't see an end or beginning of either one. This is going to make your arrangement look a little bit more put together, intentional, and also a little bit more like you would see in nature. For more ambiance, especially at Christmas, how can I resist adding yet another set of twinkle lights? All I'll do is run that across the top and then intertwine them so that they're evenly dispersed throughout the garland. To coordinate the centerpiece of the table to the sideboard, I'll come back in with those same bulbs that I used in the dough bowl and scatter them throughout the arrangement. The final step to the centerpiece is to add some taper candles. These ones are super cute, a great find from Big Lots. I love the extra texture and interest that they bring to the tablescape. for the individual place settings, I didn't buy anything new this year, so it's going to look very similar to last year's tablescape. Although I'm not going to be adding any of the salad plates or silverware, glasses, things like that. Just going to keep it more like an everyday look. But if you're interested, I could definitely switch it up, do a different tablescape later in the season, maybe with a Christmas brunch idea. I think that is always fun. So if you would enjoy seeing that, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. And like I mentioned at the beginning of today's video, I do want to add a Christmas tree, and it is going right there. And because of the magic of editing, you can now take a look at the tree almost all finished. And then we'll move on to a really fun idea for the base of the tree. If you have an open knit blanket and an extra set of lights, this will make a unique look at the bottom of your tree. So what I'm going to do is add some twinkle lights underneath and then place that blanket on top, swirling it around like a blanket of snow. Then when you step back, the base of your tree will glow, and I just absolutely love the look of this. You'll have to give it a try and let me know what you think. For the topper, I wanted to give you a closer look. I saw this idea shared by Tamara from Bridgeway Designs on Instagram, and I instantly knew I wanted to give it a try. All I did was slip a gold candle ring over the top, making sure that it was nice and secure. Then I added 4 flameless flickering candles, an old star that I added some rub and buff to. Then I added some berry picks like I typically do to give it that starburst appearance. The red berries are like the ones that are over on the table, and then I also added some copper berries that are from Hobby Lobby. But here is just a closer look at some of the bulbs that I used. I went a lot more simplistic than what I typically do, and I absolutely love it. I wanted to share a few shots with the lights on as well as with the lights dim, so you could really get a look and feel of how cozy the room is. Now, if you're wanting even more decorating ideas for Christmas, I'll go ahead and link last year's dining room Decorate With Me. Since it's a little bit different, I went neutral, and you can look back and see the changes that I've made. So I'll go ahead and have that linked here at the end. Alright, sweet friends, well that about wraps up today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I'd love to hear what area you liked the most. Now, we still have lots of Christmas decorating still to come. I have our front porch, our master bedroom, my office, and if you would be interested, I'd even like to share some ideas for decorating maybe a bathroom. So let me know down below if you'd be interested in that. And then we'll wrap it all up with my Christmas 2023 home tour. And there you'll be able to see any tweaks or changes that I've made since we've decorated the rooms together. Now, as we end our time together, I always love to go to God's Word. So today we'll be reading from 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verses 8 and 9. 3 times I pleaded with the Lord to take it away from me. But he said to me, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me." I thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that it inspired you or gave you a new idea for decorating your homes. If you are new and haven't already, I hope you would consider subscribing. And as always, I would appreciate a big thumbs up. Now, friends, I love reading all of your comments and for all of your amazing support. I can't tell you how much it means to me. Now, I am taking a little bit of time to get back to you if you have a question, but just know that I do read every single comment, and don't stop those, because that actually helps my channel to continue to grow, as well as it helps us to grow as a YouTube family. So I appreciate and can't wait to see your comments down below. Well, I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. Take time to just relax, reflect, and enjoy every moment. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you real soon in my next one. Take care and God bless, friends. Bye and Merry Christmas.